everybody. Welcome back to the Roast Boredom Podcast. I am Tom.
I'm Travis.
I'm Cody.
In studio tonight, we have a very special guest. We have Melanie Moat.
Yes, hello everybody.
Yes.
Hey-o!
Hey-o.
Melanie Moat, why do we care about you?
I'm a writer. I'm a very amazing person, and I'm not dead.
That's right. Yeah. So you're not going to
Yeah. Well,
So
we
here.
probably are roasting you.
Only-
if, maybe. I don't know.
Only living co-hosts / guests on the Roast Mortem podcast.
That's right.
Wait,
Laying down the law tonight.
You didn't see that chopped up bloody bag I brought in last time? That was
No, I
just
did
sitting
not.
under the
I'm going to let
table?
that slide.
Well,
Shut up.
I mic'd it up and nothing happened.
I squished it a couple times. Listen very closely. That's an Easter egg for the previous episode.
Yes, it was
It was
it was-
squish
it-
once.
You might think, being a rational person, that was just a bag stuffed with cream cheese, but no, that was a human body.
With larvae in it.
Yes,
His name was Wallace.
that's right.
How's everyone's weeks?
Good. We're recording this on the week of the 4th of July. Yep. So we're all like a little hung up.
Yeah.
I was just drunk next to everyone at this table. What is
Yeah.
going
We
on?
were all partying. Yeah.
Yeah, I was very drunk when I was asked to be on this podcast, which is why I'm on this podcast.
You got suckered in.
Yeah, that was a good night.
Yeah.
Terrible morning.
Well, thank you for following through. I
Yeah.
never
Of
follow
course.
through with
You're a
drunken
I always
agreements.
do. I'm
Thank
one
you.
of those people.
I
That's
turn my
great.
phone off for like weeks at a time after I feel like I agreed to something.
Shit, what did I say yes to?
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's in Raleigh.
They got tablecloths, they got chips, they got beer. I don't know about this.
Whoa, this is such a bad environment. Toxic.
Yep, that's right. Okay, so
I've already opened 2 beers.
I did too.
Just letting everyone know.
How many have you finished?
1, but I'm double fisting now.
All right.
Fister, babe.
Yeah.
That's allowed.
So who's on the chopping boy time, idiot Jamal?
Thank you, Jamal. I am
Okay.
doing the research today, and by doing, I mean done did
Done
it.
did.
This is going to be the first of an installment. We're going to call this installment the Goof Troupe.
Okay.
Goofy.
What's the significance of this goofy troopy?
Now, the Goof Troupe is the beat literary world.
Oh.
Jack Kerouac, Cassidy.
Is this foreshadowing?
It is.
Okay.
Kowski, we all know these names. We all, at some point in our teenage years, we attached ourselves to them just the same way we did Slipknot. And it really is the same thing, and that's all
Chumbawamba.
good. All good, but today we're going in strong. We're going to start with the shittiest, in my opinion, of the Goof Troupe.
I hope you really break down all the things I liked when I was a teenager, Tom.
I'm going to destroy your fucking world.
Because like they were like the proto hippies that
this.
just like drank a lot of coffee and got drunk. Like, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. How'd you get drunk off of coffee? That's like a Jesus trick gone awry.
I mean, I'll just
dog.
throw it out there. I mean, these people do a lot of things that I like to do, but also people like them for it.
Oh yeah.
I get disliked for this all the time.
Yeah. It's weird how that history works out.
And it was conveyed as being important. So without any further ado,
Wait, hold on. Before we move forward, Tom.
Further ado.
He said further ado already.
Further ado.
Do you not know what that phrase means?
Because this is the start of a series. I want to lay the foundations. All right? What was Goofy's son's father in the
Goofy.
Goof Troop?
Goofy's
In
son's
the
father.
Goof Troop.
Goofy.
It's Goofy.
No.
Goofy.
His
Goofy's
friend,
son's father is Goofy.
His friend's father.
Oh, you mean Bastard Pete?
Yeah, what was he?
Pete.
He was a dog.
He's a dog?
Yeah, dog.
They're all dogs.
They're all
I don't know,
dogs.
but he was all weird looking.
See, they fall
Yeah.
into the Disney category
Was
of
his name
clothed
Pete?
dogs.
Yeah. Pete,
Yeah, Big
You
Pete.
know that.
I didn't know he was a dog.
I did my research.
Yeah. But no, it's a weird subcategory of Disney. They're clothed dogs.
I
So,
thought they were all penguins.
no, they're dogs. And like
Penguin.
Pluto is a naked dog. He's lesser on the scale.
No, he's smarter because he's
Pluto?
naked.
You know what my favorite part about
And
this
he's
podcast
taken
is?
care of like a pet.
Yeah, dude.
He eats shit off the floor, Travis.
But my
So?
favorite part of this podcast is that I edit them. And I cannot wait to cut some of that shit out. Without further ado, tonight we will be roasting one Allen Ginsberg.
Oh, cool.
And I'm going to title this episode, What Are You Doing With Your Life?
Okay.
Yo soy el boy.
Now, that has nothing to do with his work or any reference, but upon doing some research, I just really hate this guy.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah. You did a little bit of
I did
read-ups, right?
some. Yeah, I did some.
Big old wad of shit. I was in the room while Tom was doing research, so that's kind of like half research.
I
didn't know who this boy was. I hate him entirely now that I've seen scant revealings of your research.
And we're going to get into it.
I also did research.
Okay.
Good.
No,
Good for Travis.
I did research
I
too.
did my homework.
Pulling his
Not
weight.
really. I don't even know who this dude is.
You're done.
Travis is the blind man driving.
Look, people listen to this podcast to get information for their thesis papers, and we can't just have this Goof Troupe
Yellow
Disney
journalism
franchise coming in here.
That was
All right.
beautiful.
That's who he is?
So,
He's
Mel,
the
you did a
opera.
little bit of research with any specifics. Your overall thoughts are a dislike of this.
Yeah.
This guy.
I had read some of his pieces like back in the day when I was in college, and I remembered hating him. So I re-upped on my subscription to see what he was like.
There
And
you
I
go.
said, oh no, he still is not my favorite.
Still not
Because
your
he's
favorite.
dead. You can't
so-
improve
That's
when
not
you're
because
dead.
he's dead. I like a lot of people who are dead.
All right, fine.
So,
He just sucks.
yeah, for those of you who don't know who Allen Ginsberg is,
Lay it on me.
he's a poet, best known for his presence in the beat scene.
So a poet, but you wouldn't know it.
Yeah, because
Because he doesn't
shit,
really do poems.
bad stuff.
Because
And
he's
then
really
later-
drunk and on a lot of drugs.
I was going to make that joke, Travis, and then I thought it was stupid.
That's why
It was. He was very active during the 60s, and he later became a part of the hippie movement.
So he's right in there for the time period.
If you remember listening to our Jerry Garcia episode, it's mostly about teenagers and young adults who are finding themselves with these, I don't know, like useless words like love and peace and all that shit.
What is that? Is that Greek?
Well, they made it so. I didn't make it that way.
Wait, how old is this man when he's chilling with these teens?
Well, when the hippie movement was happening, he was about 15 to 20 years older than the rest of these young people.
Oh, premium.
Which will also tie back into his thing for the young. His
Ooh.
most notable poem is Howl. It's a mediocre string of words that inspires teens of the 60s and 70s to believe they were more intelligent and open-minded than their parents, much like Hot Topic did.
They were using asbestos.
Yeah.
His writing tends to deal with self-expression, personal grievances, politics. That's his bag. But
Yeah.
really, at the end of the day, he was just an unpleasant, pretentious pedophile.
Yeah.
And a
looked
shock
smelly.
job. He was just constantly just words, and they sucked, and they just sprang them together, and they all suck.
Yep.
Yeah. To me, the picture you guys just painted is a man of my stature, but like, you know, old, like 20 years old. He's still wearing trip pants, and he's got a Why So Serious Joker shirt
Like
on.
Zumba.
Yeah, that's a modern translation. to
Okay, all
this.
right, cool.
Yes.
Surprised you didn't go with the Jenko jeans there.
Let
All trip.
us dial it back to his beginnings.
How did this man congeal?
Origin story.
He was
Yeah.
born in Newark, New Jersey.
Oh,
I'm
Right.
from near there.
From near there? Where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey. I'm from Ridgefield, New Jersey.
Oh,
Nobody knows
oh.
what it is.
For the
I'm
rec-
not from there anymore. I don't know.
Yeah. I have family from Jersey, but like, did you chill in Newark when you were growing
No,
up?
Newark's a shithole.
shithole. Yeah,
My
it's a
brother lives
parking
there
lot.
right now for
Yeah.
Rutgers, and it's the worst.
Wait, he's in Newark for
It's like
Rutgers?
Gotham. Yeah,
Because
there's
like
a
there's New
Newark-
Brunswick and shit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That
there's-
shit's awesome.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. We're talking Jersey.
Listen, we
Talking
got,
Jersey
whoa,
over
how you
here.
listen, we
Talking
got
Jersey.
we got a bunch of Jersey listeners. I know because I got science and I got a computer. I can tell. So what goes down here is gonna stay here in your ears. All right.
We're going
Yeah,
to the
and
shore.
And also tell a friend and subscribe and like and all that.
5
shit.
star. Yeah.
we're
Five-star hip-hop.
we're excellent.
Okay.
When you're in Seaside Heights, listen to us on the beach.
Too much focus on Jersey, mate.
Not enough in Australia.
Yeah. So his father, Lewis, was a well-known poet, member of the Poet Society of America at the time. Lewis Ginsberg. You can look up his stuff. It's a little more conservative poetry. Older generation. He made a living doing this.
So like one of his lyrics were, "Hills are alive with the sound of poetry."
Nope.
Nope.
His
All right,
mother,
I'll try.
Naomi, was affected by a psychological illness that was never properly diagnosed. And before being put into a psych hospital where she died, she was a supporter of the Communist Party.
From a psych
Publicly.
hospital.
Now, this is before the whole Red Scare thing in the 40s.
She's before her time.
During the 20s, she was like, you know, Stalin, he's got such a nice mustache.
Bolsheviks.
Yep.
Communism.
Very tasty. We're not going to eat for weeks, but
But we share it.
Our furniture falls apart on sneezes.
I don't think communism would have worked if, like, all those big communist Russian dudes sounded like Ray Romano.
Impossible.
Ah.
Yeah. That's why it
so
doesn't
you
work
guys
today.
Yeah.
we'll own it and we'll dish it out. Promise?
That's
We'll
why.
make sure we feed you all.
But in reality, they're hitting you with that red scare.
Yeah, they got done.
Fucking
So
blomp, blomp.
So his mom was a commie.
she was a crazy comic.
Crazy, literally crazy
Yeah.
from a
crazy.
crazy house.
She was delusionally paranoid and believed everybody was out to get her. She thought that the president
shit.
had a chip in her head and was listening to her thoughts.
Just she was a foil.
Oh,
hat.
wow.
Whoa, in like the 30s? Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
what? She was like way ahead of time.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
were like microchips even a thing then?
That's some fucking
Philip K.
sci-fi
Dick.
shit.
Maybe she was right.
That's
Add me
actually
the
where,
tinfoil.
as a historically accurate podcast, that's where microchips came from. The first one was in her head.
Yeah.
Remember to cite us in your thesis papers, folks.
Yeah. Yep.
It's very important to us.
The Allen Ginsberg episode.
So his early exposure to poetry through his father, it kind of like seemed he was destined to be a poet. He was very sensitive growing up.
That's what an insult. You're destined to be a poet. Fuck you.
You've got weak ankles. I think you're destined to be a poet.
Look at these fallen
Can't
arches.
throw. You're kind of slow.
Is that scoliosis?
You got like
Asthma.
a soft voice. You're
Yeah.
destined to be a poet.
Yeah, he's got the body of a poet. You
Yeah.
don't want to hear that like when you
Soft
put
body.
together
That's like a
team.
face for radio.
I'm gonna,
Yeah. Somebody told me that recently, and I got very upset.
That's very insulting.
And that is a
Yes.
blatant lie.
He looks like soup in a bag that's been frozen. Let's go.
Astronaut food.
Ginsberg attended Columbia University and joined the Boar's Head Society.
Whoa. What is that?
Deli food.
Now,
No. Is that correct?
no,
Is
it's
it
not.
That's what I
deli
thought.
food?
It was a poetry society.
So what is
We
this?
were hoping it was like ham.
Yeah.
I just
Just ham.
My current
Yeah.
question now is, what do meats and poets have in common?
they're little salami boys. Little slimy salami boys.
They're
and
little
you slap
wieners.
them up.
Yeah, pretty much.
You serve them in a soup.
What?
Well, you never had salami soup?
I've never had cold cuts in a soup. No.
Oh,
It's disgusting.
it's great. You boil some water, you put the salami in a bowl, you pour the boiled water in the bowl,
What is-
season with salt and vinegar.
That's just tea.
You're done.
It's just meat tea.
Yeah, meat tea. That's so
Yeah.
delicious.
What were
I gotta say,
what-
Who was the topic
Boar's
tonight?
head, boar's head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was a society,
It's
and
a
also
poet.
the Philolexian Society, which was a literature and debate club.
That means
So,
word lover society. I hate that.
thank you for knowing that, because I do no research when it comes to extended research.
Etymology gets me
Yeah,
off.
me too.
He's so hard. He's
Yeah,
hard as
that's
soup right now.
actually- Hard as soup.
That's Cody right now. Cody.
I'm sorry, I'm ruining the audio.
Yeah. Keep going, Tom.
So,
I'm
according
trying
to
to stop him.
According to the Poetry Foundation, Ginsberg spent several months in a mental institution after he pleaded insanity during a hearing. Now, the hearing was because he had some of his other junkie friends that he had made in college. They had stolen shit and left it in his dorm. And he
Okay.
was found with some stuff.
Okay.
And he...
Stolen what kind of shit?
Everything you could. These people stole cars. They
Knick-knack,
stole that
paddywhack.
shit. The car wasn't in the
Oh,
apartment.
they're
but-
fences.
Yeah.
But,
They're fences.
but he hung out with a lot of junkies at this time.
Yeah.
Counterculture, before it was neat.
Stole like the stuff out of an air conditioner. Although I don't know. Do they have air conditioners?
Freon?
then?
No.
Yeah.
They just had fans.
But he
You
did
know,
have-
They steal like the copper wire out of the air
yeah.
conditioner.
Yeah, that's junkie shit.
He did have a trunk of hip clips. All hip clips in that trunk, dude.
So
Wow.
good.
All the Beanie Babies. They just
Yeah.
stole his
Yep,
entire
yep,
Beanie
yep.
Beanie Babies.
Sources say that he pleaded guilty because he was kind of a privileged white kid and wanted to get away from college for a bit. Now, he could have easily gotten away off charges by saying these other people put this stuff in my room.
Okay, so he could have
but-
plea bargained, but he said, "I'm crazy."
I have a question. How is he a privileged white kid? His dad was a poet, and his mom was crazy.
Poetry, I mean, think about it this way.
Was he just white? Like, is that?
It might just be a thing.
That was
Ginsberg made his whole career off of poetry. Back then, he used to
his
make
dad.
money.
Ginsberg.
yeah.
Dad Ginsberg. Daddy.
Daddy
Daddy
Gins.
Ginsberg.
So Poppy,
Gins, yeah.
Poppy Ginn was like a legit poet and
Poppy
like
Guinea.
got money.
Yeah,
Poppy
he-
Guinea.
Living in Newark.
Yeah, he was a disciplined, what is that word?
Laureate. Poet laureate.
Laureate.
I don't know
Okay,
why
there
I
you go.
knew what you were gonna go for.
Oh, someone had to, and I appreciate you came in there, because
It's a superpower that comes with alcohol.
I just want to throw this side note in. We tend to use Wikipedia from time to time to like kind of get a timeline of what's happening with their life. And the Ginsberg Wikipedia page really looks like it was created by a bunch of Ginsberg fans.
I noticed
okay.
that as well
'Cause
in
it's-
my research.
It's all over the fucking
actually.
place.
It's really poorly organized wiki.
Yeah, it's organized like total shit.
Yeah.
Now I picked up a couple books and like read through them. I skimmed because you know how it is.
Random.
This is it's a fucking
pile of
show.
books, dog.
We
I
do
go to the
this
library
every
now.
week.
My research was rereading half of Howl and reading half of his Wikipedia.
It's
That
obnoxious,
was as
right?
much research
More than
as I
Tony.
did.
Well, no, I think it's funny. We both kind of figured this out when we were talking about it before the show. We're like, oh, we got to do more research and we got to like branch outside the internet. And like, oh, but I don't want to buy all these books on Amazon. We're like, wait a minute, library.
Wow, thanks for shotgunning the Amazon sponsorship.
Libraries exist. We've got a library card.
I totally forgot how libraries work, and then Gabriella took me to a library.
Thank you.
So I learned a lot just by walking around the corner.
Yeah.
Dude,
They're great places.
inside note right here, libraries are fucking free to rent from. Did you know this shit? I forgot.
Yes.
They have an app. There's a library app called Libby, and you could download if you just like sign into your library card. You can download all of their their digital books.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, I just
Also-
got into it. And I have Stephen King on my thing because I don't want to carry it.
Don't tell them too much because then they're going to steal our idea and do a better podcast.
Also, not paid, but in New York, if you have a library card, you get lynda.com for
Lynda?
free.
Tutorials. You're trying to learn a skill?
Yeah.
Is that what Linda is?
Lynda.com is
Lynda.
a tutorial.
You know what I'm really
website.
mad at you right now in this moment about?
What's that about?
That we do bullshit sponsorship ads from Papa John's and Outbacks all day, and you
Yeah.
go, hey, we're not a sponsor, and you just sold Linda like
Yeah,
a
dude.
fucking job.
But there was disclosure, not a sponsor, so it wasn't a sponsor.
Yeah,
I didn't
but
sell
I
her.
could say-
I
Maybe
didn't
wasn't
sell
a
her.
sponsor.
Yo,
They did a
didn't
good
sell
little
her.
Yo.
spot for them. Just
But I could say like I like a fucking bloomin' onion from time to time. Go to Outback. It's great. I love their meals. They got great fucking cheese fries.
All right. Any,
And then I
any,
could
they
just
got
be
that
like,
Alice's spring chicken.
yeah, dude. I don't
any
need
other
to say
sponsorships before we move on?
Yeah, we should move on because
That. Yeah,
we
keep
are.
going. There's a lot of Ginsberg shit I want to learn.
That's right. So I'm going to continue painting this picture. So after his stay at the mental hospital and returning to Columbia, this is when he met the likes of Jack Kerouac, William S. Burroughs, Neil Cassidy, and Herbert Huncke. Those are some of the Goof Troupe guys I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll be covering all of them.
They're the Beat
They're the
Boys.
beats like in Doug.
Yeah. Well, at least they did something.
Banging
The
on a
Beats.
trash can. Wait, so did he meet them? Did he?
I was thinking so hard what the next lyrics were.
Did he meet them in New York? Because I know Jack Kerouac actually fucking chilled the next town over from us. Probably jerked off close to one of our houses.
Probably did. Probably
really?
on
What
Warehouse.
town? What
Yeah.
town is
I
that?
don't know.
Northport.
Northport. Jack Kerouac's from Northport.
Well, no, he spent
lot of
2
time
years in Northport. There's a classic bar, Gunther's, which
Gunther's with
Yeah.
the 2 dots over there.
I was going to say, where's the umlaut?
Yeah, the
yeah,
umlaut.
it just burnt down, but that was his like shit dive.
He drank himself to death like a champion, and we'll cover him
Yeah.
another time.
They all met in New York City.
Yes. So let me talk about the Ginsberg actually getting into the poetry thing. Now, he had the ultimate hard-on for Kerouac because
Yeah.
Ginsberg was a homosexual.
Okay.
All good.
Okay.
And Kerouac was a bisexual boy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he was
Hey.
like really hot.
He was pretty hot.
He was pretty
Like, he was
sexual.
just like super hot.
Yeah.
Fucking steamy.
Imagine, like, if Johnny Cash wasn't lashed in the face so many times. That's what he looked like.
Yeah.
Kind of hot.
I'm saying Johnny Cash was pretty hot, but like
Manly
less
man.
of that like boxer look.
Less
yeah,
leather.
like
As a heterosexual
So a
male,
softer poet look.
yeah, the poet look.
The poet body.
as a heterosexual male, I'd rigorously bang him in the asshole.
Who? Who are we talking about? Kerouac?
Kerouac.
Okay.
Not fucking Ginsberg. He looks like David Cross.
Yeah.
David Cross looks exactly like
He's right
Alan
in there.
Ginsberg.
Yeah.
No
They
offense to
are
the man.
twins.
No.
He really
Big fan
does.
of David Cross.
Yeah, no, David Cross is not a creep.
Yeah.
In 1948, in an apartment in Harlem, Ginsberg had an auditory hallucination while reading the poetry of William Blake. At first, Ginsberg claimed to have heard the voice of God, but then later interpreted the voice as Blake himself, reading, "Ah, Sunflower, The Sick Rose, and Little Girl Lost," also described by Ginsberg as the voice of ancient days. This is Ginsberg's #1 influence in poetry, William Blake.
Okay.
Now,
Good poet.
As doing extreme research, I didn't look into any William Blake stuff.
You were going to say David Blaine.
David Blaine.
I looked extensively into David Blaine. Has nothing to do with Allen Ginsberg.
Dude, are you kidding me? If I looked into David Blaine super quick and hot and fast, I'd probably lose my wallet.
Super quick and hot and fast.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of the poetry influence was through his father, William Blake, and then Kerouac, because Kerouac also wrote some poems. He's more known for his novels, though.
Right.
But I have a suspicion that Ginsberg's voice in poetry is essentially just ripped off entirely from Kerouac.
Really?
Because Ginsberg's poetry is a hot heap of shit.
Okay.
And there's not too much Kerouac stuff that's published on the poetry end.
Right.
I could see Ginsberg being like, "What you doing, Kerouac?" And Kerouac's like, "I'm drunk and my dick's so soft because it's hard."
Wait, what?
Listen, I'm PPing right now.
You're papping.
I'm painting a picture and be like, "Let me read your poetry. I'm on psychedelics. This means so much. Thank you for letting me read this." Rips off his style, moves along. You know what I'm saying?
Because his style wasn't widely known as a poet.
Exactly. Kerouac, it's just like,
Yeah.
I could see his poetry
see
just
that.
shooting it down like, all right, these are some words I'm drinking.
Right.
And Ginsberg taking that seriously.
Yeah.
Now, the two of them were lovers at one point.
Confirmed lovers.
Confirmed. Fucksing around.
I was going to say butt buddies.
So they were touching tips. They were docking. They were
Don't know
frotting.
that.
They were frotting and docking. We do know that.
They did.
We do know that.
Confirmed. It was a confirmed kill. They just
Confirmed
he
fraud.
sunk his battleship.
Where's the confirmed fraud?
Confirmed fraud, dude.
Where?
Look, you're saying Cody, if you love another man, you're not
Okay.
going to make out, and your penis isn't going to be hard, and they're not going to be touching
It
each other.
could be a strict blowy buddy
Yeah, but they
relationship.
shared it with other people to confirm it, so it was clearly more than just blowing each other's buddies. Like, what did you-
Yeah.
I don't understand. Okay.
Fair enough. Okay,
Fraud
so
is-
All right, Cody. We're
Fraudage
frauding.
possible.
So we're at the moral of the story. The
moral of
point
the story is that we're taking a break right now.
Yeah.
'Cause it's hot
I
as
have
fuck,
to
and I got to run this air
pee, and
conditioner
yes.
for 15 minutes.
Okay.
What thoughts I have of you tonight, Walt Whitman, for I walked down the side streets under the trees with a headache, self-conscious, looking at the full moon. In my hungry fatigue and shopping for images, I went into the neon fruit supermarket, dreaming of your enumerations. What peaches and what penumbras, whole families shopping at night, aisles full of husbands, wives in the avocados, babies in the tomatoes, and you, Garcia Lorca, what were you doing down by the watermelons?
Colonics. What? Hi.
All right. Ginsberg. Now, as I mentioned before, Howl was his iconic piece that he had written.
Claim to fame.
Yes. Now, if you feel like hating yourself for about 25 minutes and you want to read a poem that's basically shit, then you're going to read Allen Ginsberg's Howl.
It's like, you know, on Facebook when people say to press the middle button, autocomplete, and just keeps pressing the middle button until you get a whole sentence? That is what Howl is. It's just an autocomplete.
It's an android's train of thought. That
Yeah, so-
Would you agree? That's like an adequate.
I
I don't know
sounds
this
legit.
Facebook feature.
It's not
No, it's
Facebook.
like a text message.
It's like, yeah, you just keep
Oh, on
hitting
text
the
message.
autocomplete to see what it says.
Yes.
That's what it feels like. It's just like, it's just word soup.
Yeah.
Now, he claimed that his one point, all the work was an extended biography.
Oh.
So not really biography of his life, but more the biography of his feelings and emotions.
Well, let me
which
say a big
means he
old-
doesn't understand
Yeah.
words, which is a good start for a poet.
Yeah, let me say a big old fuck you. Because those are words.
Those are
I
words.
mean,
How you doing?
Emotions are different. They don't make words.
Yeah.
Kinda.
So he
I
looked,
don't
he
do
looked
that.
at it like a biography of his emotions, what was happening at the time, and the Beat Generation. Ginsberg also later claimed the core of Howl was the unresolved emotions of his schizophrenic mother. Yippee, you dumb cunt.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Who
cares about it?
cares?
He mentions like mental hospitals. I was just rereading half of it this morning.
Yeah.
It's as much as I could stomach.
Yes.
But he mentions like Pilgrim Psych Ward and somewhere else.
Oh, right on the island
Pilgrim's
here?
on the island, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Well, let's play a game. I'm going to read some of Howl.
Oh God.
Oh,
Okay.
And you guys tell me when to stop.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck is going on here?
Did you just like copy and paste the entire thing of Howl in there?
Yeah, and you guys, as my friends and co-hosts and our guests, you tell me when to stop.
All right.
When is this enough?
It's a tap out. Okay.
Okay. We're tapping out when it's sufficient to each of
Are
us.
you crack-
When you're
on?
annoyed. So this is Tom Saltman, sexual being, reading Howl. I saw the best minds of my generation destroyed by madness, starving, hysterical, naked, dragging themselves through the Negro streets at dawn looking for an angry fix. Angel-headed hipsters burning for...
I'm done. That's me. You keep going.
All right.
I'm saying I'm tapping out.
All right, so that's one tab out.
Okay.
Burning for the ancient heavenly connection to the starry dynamo in the machinery of night. Who poverty and tatter and hollowed-eyed and high sat up smoking in the supernatural darkness of Coldwater
I'm
Flats.
out. I can't. Brains out.
Yeah, right there for me.
All right, you're done there?
I'm
Okay.
done. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a hard stop there.
So imagine
Yeah.
that for a half hour.
Yeah, he was mixing like machinery with nature and saying how they're both beautiful, even
Yeah.
though they're like
Yeah.
diametric.
Later on, he talks about cocks and dicks and
Yeah.
shit.
He talks about like sodomy.
How far was that
All right.
into it?
I made about
Not far at
4
all.
lines.
4
tops.
sentences.
Also, his formatting is terrible, like I said.
Yeah, what? There
It's
was
just
no
blocks of text.
There was no meter
right.
to it.
Yeah.
like no meter.
Folks at home, if you haven't heard Hell before, I can highly recommend you not read it.
But you can Google it and read it if you want to torture yourself for a little bit.
There's also if you're,
And there's going to be people who really like Howl that are like, fuck you, man. I like
Hey,
that.
And you know what I
Let's
have to
say
say
that-
about them?
let's say this.
Grow up, you teenager.
right.
Let's say this: if
Some
you
people are
didn't
gonna read
take
this
out
and-
recycling this week,
But like,
go read Howl.
You're gonna read it and be like, wow, I really fucking liked it and it resonated so much with me. They are so mean.
Go to jail. Go to jail.
now this was published, and he made a lot of money off of this, actually, in these little pamphlets, like small publishing all over the place. And Hal was actually censored by the federal government and all the copies that he had in San Francisco at the time. When he released it, he was living in San Francisco, so it's kind of DIY, and
Right.
it started there. The San Francisco Police Department came and seized all the booklets at one point.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
a zine.
And now, it's some dirty
Pamphlet.
stuff
Yeah.
if you read further, but it's not dirty in like a smart way or an expressive way. It's more dirty like fuck.
What? What's this, Tom?
Like it says like cock and balls. And you're like,
my
whoa,
God.
cock
Yeah.
and balls.
Now, I'll give this one little bone to Ginsberg, is that he did go to court with the U.S. government, and on the First Amendment right to publish this, he was in the right. And
Yeah.
then Hal was spread amongst everyone like some kind of hay fever.
I mean, you could write whatever you want. Yeah, you could write
It was
whatever you want.
controversial for the time,
Yeah.
and it was dirty.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give a shout out to Omaha, Nebraska. That's where they published the Cliff Notes version of Howl. And if you need to read Howl, you know,
yeah,
use
pretty
the
much.
Cliff Notes.
There's life-saving
Well, like I was,
tools.
this is what I said before. Like, Ginsberg's poem is an epic childish rant railing to capitalism using curse words for shock value.
Yeah.
The same way that, like, Slipknot did.
Remember
yeah,
that?
You're right, yeah. Or Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, I mean, Rage Against
Fuck
the
you,
Machine.
I won't tell you
it was-
what you do
There's
and I
a
tell you. And
all right,
don't
there's a
do
little
it.
bit more intelligence behind the whole Rage Against the
It's
Machine
more
thing,
like
but not
Holden
that.
Caulfield, like
Oh, fuck
Yes.
that name to
yes,
oblivion.
everyone.
Oh, everyone hates Holden Caulfield.
But
Nobody-
he's like the whiny teen voice that's just like, but I'm
Hello.
gonna say fuck my mom.
Yeah,
Dude,
you
I'm-
shouldn't relate to Howl if you're older than like 18.
Yeah, you should.
I feel really terrible
Yeah.
because every time I go to New York City, I feel like Holden Caulfield.
You're
still.
you're angry, you're pissed off.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just
Fuck.
maybe it's justified, but also suck it up.
Yeah, I'm a little weenie.
Why is that my problem? Why would I pay you for your problem?
Because I have better ingredients. You can order online for those better ingredients.
Now I'll talk a bit about his personality.
Thank you.
Allen Ginsberg.
I have one account that I read into about another writing critic and editor named Norman Podhoretz.
What? One more time.
Podhoretz. I don't know. I'm probably reading it wrong. Podhoretz.
I'm going to say.
What nationality does that smell like?
Podhoretz. No, I have no idea. It looks very strange.
Now, Podhoretz is like he had run in similar circles as Ginsberg back in the day through school.
Like the same bulging vein.
The bulging vein.
The same vein diagram.
Mm-hmm. Heard it through the grapevine.
So what happens is that
vein.
After Howl comes out and a few other pieces are done, and Ginsberg's living back in New York, this gentleman, Norman Podhoretz, had published something in a magazine he was working about, criticizing Kerouac and Ginsberg for their childish writing.
Yeah,
one night, Podhoretz is at home, chilling, being himself, and he gets a phone call. And it's Jack Kerouac's girlfriend, who's saying, hey, why don't you come meet Kerouac and Ginsberg, and we can talk about our stuff, our differences. We can express ourselves about our literary takes.
Fucking poets, mate.
So Podhoretz, being a gentleman, once again, I don't know if I mentioned this. I haven't read any of his writing. I don't know, but he was a conservative gentleman.
Who, Podhoretz?
Yeah, Podhoretz.
And he was, this is like, we're in the early 60s, late 50s. Is that where we're at?
This is like mid 60s.
Okay, mid 60s. So the hippie movement's not like all out yet.
It's still like, it's raving hard.
It's raving hard. I thought we were still in like Beach Boys. Like, I don't know how you do. I'm a Beach Boy.
My God. Every time you do Beach Boys, I get so soft.
I know. Well, I'm a Beach Boy. I'm Brian Wilst.
Contagious softness.
Yeah, Brian Wilst.
Brian Wilst, dude.
Yeah.
I can't think of a single Beach Boys song because you just ruined the Beach Boys for
Kokomo.
me.
Here's a great one. Kokomo. My baby don't mess around.
So, Podhoretz goes... This is my job. Podhoretz goes and he meets the two men.
And their girlfriend.
And his account is that the two of them are basically drunken idiots.
That's cool.
And I'm going to read this quote that he had published in a magazine later. All night, he hectored me and...
Wait, he published this in a newspaper later?
Well, in a magazine later. What happened was...
What a snitch.
No,
yeah.
Like, let me hang out with these drunk guys and say everything on record.
I'm just saying, if someone published shit when I was drunk...
That's what you're doing right now to me.
That's what I'm doing to the internet.
Yeah.
So what he says is this. That when he met Ginsberg, all night he hectored and harangued me for my stupid failure to realize both Kerouac's and his genius. And the more I fought them back, the harder he tried to make me see how insensitive I was. He kept railing me, who was not for nothing, not they. So I don't know.
What?
He writes like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he writes like he's a writer.
I kind of copied and pasted this. I was more sober when I.
How'd you fuck a copy and paste?
I get it, Tom. He writes like he's
oh yeah, it's not an actual laptop. It's a
no.
All night long, he hectored and harangued me for my stupid failure to recognize both Kerouac's genius and his. Remembered Podhoretz. And the more I fought back, the harder he tried to make me see how insensitive I was being. It was I, he kept railing, who was the know-nothing, not they.
Wow.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah.
And that is how the cookie crumbles.
Put the hordes of angels underneath hers, and then put Shih Tzus farting underneath your rendition of it.
Just to paint a picture to everyone at home of how I'm feeling right now. I feel like a child.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you feel like a Shih Tzu fart.
No, thank you. No.
Shit got weird. Tom. Shit got weird.
I feel like an orangutan jism falling 40 miles down a goddamn tree that was made of shit to begin with.
Dude,
thank you for saving our podcast.
I can read good.
Yeah, thank you.
You're a goodest
I wish
reader.
I could read good too.
All right, so look, now that Melanie said this, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
With how highly Ginsberg thinks of himself?
They were saying basically they're the smart guys, not him.
Yeah, no
they're
way.
Smart. Yeah.
I'm the smartest man in the world.
I'm so smart. God damn it.
It's me, smart.
I'm just mad at myself.
Didn't fucking Kerouac write on like
Don't
toilet
be mad
paper?
at yourself. Be mad at Ginsberg. Because he's the real douche here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Use that energy, Tom. Channel the
Harness
anger.
that douchery.
You guys just watched me grow my beard in like a matter of 6 or 7 seconds, lose all my hair, look like David Cross in that one bit where he has the call-in show from the week before, but it's supposed to be live. It doesn't matter. None of this matters.
We're drunk.
And I did run across several fan accounts of his where he was a tryhard. Mm-hmm. Ginsberg, you met
when
him and you
did
were
Ginsberg
like,
die?
I'm going to tell you.
Okay. All right, sorry.
Holy shit.
I'm jumping the gun, guys. Sorry.
You're already going 88 miles per hour.
Jumping at that bit. Sorry.
These things happen.
We didn't even take our second piss break.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I got excited.
Say Thanks for telling me how to run
Say
my
the
podcast,
thing.
Mel.
Say the thing,
This
Thomas.
means a lot to me.
Ooh, what you say?
Ooh.
Tom is gonna say something, and then he's gonna say, what you say?
Now, Ginsberg was primarily based in New York City and San Francisco for most of his life, but he did travel the world, most notably Paris, where he lived at the Beat Hotel, where folks like William S. Burroughs and Kerouac would get off and look at grapes for hours.
Can I just say that is the lamest thing? It's like being a hipster and going to a hipster hotel that's called a hipster hotel. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
what the fuck?
Disneyland for shit writers. Hey, dude, we don't have any attractions, but we have some heroin.
That is an attraction, my friend.
And one other noteworthy place that he had traveled was India, where he claimed to be there for enlightenment, since he was a practicing Buddhist.
That's
Kerouac was like that too, right? He wrote,
Yeah, they all
the
like
Dharma
fucking
Bum.
Steve
They all
Jobs.
I don't
did
really
that
know. I
shit.
didn't read it. I just know the name is the Dharma Bum, so I
Yes.
assume it has.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
it's
well,
all
hey,
garbage.
One of his biographies that I picked up and made all of 7 pages through for Ginsberg was called The Dharma Lion.
Oh. I'm not calling,
Pretentious.
like, when I said it was bullshit, I'm not calling that whole religion bullshit. I'm just saying, when dumb, stupid, enlightened white people go over there, like
Yeah.
George
Yeah.
Harrison and fucking all
Steve
these,
Jobs.
Yeah.
and Steve Jobs.
No, there's
you're
nothing
stupid.
wrong with that religion.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? I don't really care.
It's
I don't.
more when the Beatles all went over and they were Hare Krishna kind of Buddhists.
Well,
Like,
fuck that shit. You
I know these are
Like-
different things, but
Yeah, well, I get
Showing my
you. Yeah, it's I don't know.
It's very strange. But I will say this:
He's a threat.
that other accounts of people who traveled with Ginsberg while he was in India said he wasn't so much there for the Enlightenment, but the ability to access drugs.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say elephant penis.
I thought you were going to say not so
No,
much
I'm-
the enlightenment, but the entitlement.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
Yes, because it was drugs and young boys.
Yeah, stuff that goes up your butt when you're trying to
So
get
wait.
through LAX.
Yep.
What?
wait, elephant penis is the opposite. Young boys are the opposite of elephant.
He was
penis.
into baby carrots.
I was just gonna
I'm going to
say.
tattoo that on you.
Yeah,
Drunk.
baby
don't
carrots.
tattoo that on me.
Did you just say he's into bait and carrots?
Baby carrots.
Baby
Oh, baby
carrots.
carrots.
That's kind of his bag.
You know those are just regular misshapen carrots that are shaven down?
Yeah, they put him in a tumbler.
Yeah.
But, in this case, the only tumbler is a full
Puberty.
man's asshole.
Oh.
Fully grown man's butthole.
All right.
Or mouth or ear.
Yeah.
Picture.
Yeah,
Ear.
oof.
So even
So
though...
he's boy touching right now in India.
Yeah.
In India.
Oh,
In India.
Spicy boys.
And even though he had a lifelong partner, which they were known to, break up and enjoy other dicks liberally.
Yeah, liberal dick like
Yeah. It didn't exclude underage dick.
Free love.
Ginsberg was a founding...
I'll sigh too.
Yeah. He was a founding NAMBLA member.
Ew.
Now, if you don't
What
know
is
what
NAMBLA?
NAMBLA is, it's the North American Man-Boy Love Association. If I
Tom's
have to
not
piece
joking.
anything more together for you at home, it means you're so fucked.
If,
Yeah.
if the name isn't telling you what Man Boy Love Association might be, it's when men and boys come together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw away,
YMCA.
And they write beautiful poetry.
throw away the North American part.
They
That's
just
not
get their
important. That's
baby
not the
carrots
important
all up in
part.
that ranch
Well,
dip.
I love that. Oh, that's so good.
Travis, you're being outdone.
it's a pedophilia advocacy organization.
Okay.
Is that legal?
Why is this allowed?
I
and
don't
why
know.
can you do this is a good question.
I'll tell you why. I'll get into how it's allowed, which I obviously don't agree with, but there's loopholes here.
Right. I mean, but hold on. I'm gonna say
There's
this.
holes.
Like, like I agree with the First Amendment. You say whatever you want to do. Whatever.
Say whatever you want to say.
Say whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Don't do whatever we want to do.
say?
Okay. But like, I can't have like a skull fuck association. You know what I mean? Like,
I get home and I just fuck a bunch of skulls.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you where I got the skulls or whose skulls they are.
I grew them in me garden.
Fuck, dude.
It's horrible because, like I said, it's a pedophilia and pedestry.
What's that?
What's
that
pedestry?
what word?
Oh, excuse me, pederasty. Because I'm
Pederasty.
drunk.
Pederasty.
Pederasty. Now, pederasty is the idea that stretches back to ancient Greek, which is
The Greeks
a full-grown.
all used to fuck little boys too, didn't they?
That's pretty much. It's
The
basically-
ancient Greeks. Not them. They're fine today.
No, not now Greeks. I don't mean now Greeks. If you're listening and you're Greek, I love you, and I
Galimira.
pederasty.
So pederasty is the idea of a full-grown man coercing a young boy to consensual sex.
Oh, it's the
and having
art
a partner.
of it?
No, well,
Ugh.
okay, so pedophilia is the attraction, but pederasty
It means child loving.
is the idea of like loving them and taking them as a partner and treating them like they're an equal, but
so
they're
like
not an equal,
an
they're a
established-
child.
okay.
This
Right.
is a child you're talking
Yeah.
about. This is like children are very malleable.
Right.
They're sensitive. This should not be a platform at all.
No.
Yeah.
Give them a kaleidoscope.
It's like there's a difference, but not really, because
Yeah.
we're all talking about little boys here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, even the ancient Greeks knew that, because like the weird thing about Romans and Greeks is, yes, they were like basically bisexual. It was all about whoever's penetrating is more masculine, and they didn't discriminate with age. But if you were from like the royal class, like if you were like high, if you had money, you would get this. You'd give your children this special pendant, and they couldn't be banged in the baths. So even
Wait, so
it's
like it was like a get out of bang free card?
yeah,
I was gonna say
exactly.
Legends of the Hidden Temple amulet, which is exactly what that was used for
Yes.
on that show.
Exactly.
Well, it can't rape you now. You got,
So
you got that shiny piece on
Yeah.
there.
If you were
Even-
royal,
yeah.
you got out of sodomy.
Yeah, even
Alright.
they knew it was fucked. Because the rich dudes were like, "You're not banging my fucking son."
They probably reused like the pattern on that same medallion for the game show.
Oh, yes. All
For Legends of the
Yeah, for that.
right, back to the kid did. So, Allen Ginsberg, on an official statement that he released on NAMBLA, and you can all be the judge of this one.
Sure.
I became a member of NAMBLA a decade ago as a matter of civil liberties. In the early 80s, the FBI had conducted a campaign of entrapment and dirty tricks against NAMBLA members, just as they had against the black and anti-war leaders of previous decades.
I'm gonna say a big old fuck you.
Yeah, seriously.
Back out.
Like the KKK. I'm a member of the KKK. Like in the fucking.
You are?
No, I'm not. But I'm just saying.
Now I have that soundbite forever.
Oh God!
Out
damn
of
it.
context.
Yeah, out of context.
Travis
No.
lies. Travis
But like,
lies.
But like, that's the same fucking shit. Like, you can't say like, oh, well, I like touching kids, and
that
I'm
one
being.
too.
Soundbite forever.
I know. Yeah, I'm just digging a bigger hole and bigger hole.
They got that one too.
Soundbite forever.
That's what Ginsberg was doing too.
Digging
Yeah.
a bigger hole.
He was taking a little hole and making it bigger.
All right. Well, I mean, I think up until this point, I'm never going to run for a political office, but
Hey.
it's set in stone now.
Cheers to never running to political office. All four of us are toasting on this.
Yeah.
Sláinte.
Travis lies.
But you know what I was saying, though.
Files in office.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, the way I look at it is he's comparing it
Yeah.
to the civil rights movement and the anti-war movement. Okay, anti-war. Don't kill no more people. Fair enough.
Oh, thanks for sorting that out.
Civil rights. Give black people their rights.
Just give them anything.
That's totally valid.
yeah.
Let me have sex with a child. Why would you
Totally
compare
not
those
okay.
things?
Yeah, no, not good.
It's an exertion of power
Let's
over
say no to that last
children.
They don't know what's happening. I was playing Pogs. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, I was playing Pogs. I was playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
I don't know any of that shit. And fucking Allen Ginsberg's like, you want to see my penis?
What was I doing?
Like, that's fucked.
Now,
Watching Lion King having to be like, but
okay, so like earlier
Aladdin.
on in his career, he had written a lot about his homosexuality. Now, that's good. He was doing his thing back in the 60s and 70s.
Good time to be
homosexuals
doing
were
that.
being persecuted.
Right.
And you're being vocal about that. And you'd be like, hey, leave us alone. We're just trying to suck a dick. You know,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's normal.
Yeah, we love homosexuals on this podcast.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I looked at you,
He
Tom. I
was
was like,
gonna
what
say
are
we
you?
love homosexuals and was like, do we
I'm just
have
waiting 'cause
I
I-
loving a homosexual?
No.
I might actually run for office. That's why I called it back. That's the only reason.
No, but
what orifice?
We love homosexuals.
Yeah, we do. And whatever he did with what he said about homosexuality, which is a fucking legit shit,
Yeah.
he fucking ruined it by saying I touch boys.
When
and
they make
fucking,
when there's the
you know,
age discrepancy.
yeah.
When in the 90s, he wrote a poem called Sweet Boy, Give Me Your Ass,
Oh,
referring
in
to
the 1990s?
the 1990s.
I was alive for that.
I was a
Yeah.
child in
yeah,
that time.
that could have been
You're
me.
a girl.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
fine.
that's true. I was
you're
safe.
fine.
You're wearing a bulletproof
Potential victims
vest.
here. Potential victims.
Yeah.
That's why we're taking it to heart.
Sweet baby boy, give me that ass.
Sweet baby.
Do you know this by heart? What's
No,
going
you
on
just-
here?
Sweet boy, give me your ass.
Oh, sweet. I added baby boy. Sweet baby boy.
Oh,
It's some
Are
sick
you
shit.
tapping
gross,
into our
dude.
glossary?
But yeah, this is kind of how he spent the last years of his life.
touching
Loving
kids.
Yeah, horrible.
He was a piece of shit pedophile ass fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude.
And he also wrote the worst, like, I read something in college that was, like, super creepy. A supermarket in California was just, like, the creepiest piece of shit. And I didn't even know at that time that he was a pedophile. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
it was just gave me creep vibes.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think one of the weird things about that too is he was also talking about like Walt Whitman, who was also like homosexual.
He
Was he a pedophile?
No, but he wasn't. He fucking.
wasn't?
There
You
are
looked. There are. Okay.
there are accounts of Walt Whitman
Walt Whitman wrote
being
these.
what we would call a pedophile now. Now he's extremely dated.
Was
I
he
didn't-
like 17?
That's
Like
what I don't
young
know.
adult?
Okay. But
Like,
anyway,
Even, well, back in Walt Whitman's
1800s.
days, it could have been
Yeah.
a 22-year-old was too young, but
Yeah.
also could have been a 15-year-old was too young.
Which
I
it
don't-
is.
Yes, I'm talking about the law, the litigation behind
Right.
what makes someone too young. Just not children.
yeah, just
Never
not
children.
just not
At
children.
no point in history.
Yeah,
Never children.
Fucking
Can we have a shirt that says that? Just never children.
that's why I really appreciate Tamagotchis because it set apart what children were and what adults were. If you see someone walking around with a Tamagotchi, can't bang it.
That's terrible.
fair enough. Yeah. And if you saw an adult walking around with a Tamagotchi, would you want to bang it?
No.
I'll also say skip it. If
My
you
beer.
see something with a skip it, can't bang
Hey,
it.
Yeah, don't bang that.
I'm
Don't touch
28
that.
years old and I would rock a skip it so hard.
Right.
I mean, that's,
But what
but
years?
you wouldn't bang me?
Here's the question: what year would you rock that skip
I would
it?
rock that skip it right now.
Yeah, but when was the
motherfucker.
last time you rocked the skip it?
All right,
Dude,
all
I'm-
right.
When you
I'm-
were 14?
I'm skipping
Okay.
right now. I'm skipping right now. I'm
That's
just
impressive.
very healthy.
Skipping under the table.
Skipping under the table.
What
like that.
appendage are
I'm
you
up
using to skip it
I'm
down
up to
there?
320 right now. Now
Skip it?
I'm, now,
skips.
I'm going so quickly. I'm up to 420.
God damn it.
Blaze it.
Beautiful. That was so sick. All right, so let's talk about his death.
Tom, how'd he die?
In 1997, the 70-year-old Allen Ginsberg died from liver cancer.
7-year-old?
I thought you said 7
Did
too,
I?
and I was 7 in 1997.
Fucked up.
I was
You
like,
fucked
he
up.
was 7? I was 7.
No, I swear I'm just drinking. He was 70.
70.
You were
With a
definitely
zero.
7 at that point.
I was 1997. Rep it.
There you go. Hey.
Space Jam.
Oh my
Spice
God.
Girls wannabe.
Yeah. If you want to be my Ginsberg, you gotta just die right now.
Yeah, so Ginsberg dies at the age of 70 from liver cancer and possibly hepatitis C, which also leads to possibly AIDS. Now, on paper, probably, well, realistically, the AIDS thing is debatable because the type of liver cancer he had was tied to something that was very common amongst HIV AIDS positive people. And also with his lifestyle, which he was very open about. We're not even besmirching what he was on because he was a fucking member.
Right. But was he I don't really give a shit because he's banging boys. But like was he banging ass everywhere? Like
Yeah, he
during
banged
his,
around.
during his fucking
Oh
life.
yeah, he had a partner, but they would they orgied
so
around.
orgy,
they did all
man.
that shit. Yeah.
Okay.
They were sharing dicks.
Sharon Dicks, Sharon A's.
Sharon Deedles.
They did it all, and they had a good time. But
do you think they docked?
They should.
Tom,
be,
this is a serious question. Do you think they
damn
docked?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
How many times are you going to talk about docking?
Travis talks
This
about
is
docking
like
a lot.
docking
This is Travis's
a lot.
fantasy.
Well, you know what?
You sick fuck.
Do you think they docked?
Do you think they docked? That's all I want to know.
All right, hold on. Let me give you one. Of course they docked. They're
Okay.
rubbing pens.
All right. Frotting.
That's part of it. They have fun, all right? They were having their fun. And
Frot it out. Frot it out.
So
I'm
he-
a sexual boy. I like to frot it out. I'm a sexual boy. I like to dock it out. That's my song.
That's
Got
good.
all of it.
Number
Yes.
one.
So he
single.
dies from this liver cancer complication, and like any pedophile and predator, he is not missed. Because fuck him.
Because
indeed.
fuck him.
So by the 90s, like, did people really give a shit about this dude anymore?
People still care a lot.
He's a huge name. I mean,
I know he is.
Howl is like regarded as a piece of literature.
Yeah.
And he's
And-
a fucking creep
Piece
hole.
of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you have celebrities that worship the guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like like Paul McCartney worked with him. John Lennon knew this guy. He's in that Bob Dylan video for that America song. He's
The
like
one where he's throwing paper?
the cards, the guys in the background. He's one of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was very well liked, and no one really put in a perspective of how creepy and shisty he was. You know, he's just a garbage.
He was just a garbage.
Just say garbage.
Hey, garbage.
One garbage.
His work is shit. His views on sex are shit. Not the homosexual part, but the fact that he wants to get down with young,
Good save,
hairless
Thomas.
boys.
Good save.
Well, I mean, yeah.
No, it was a
Baby
good
How
carrots.
save.
fucked up is that?
Yeah,
How fucked up is
exactly.
that shit?
And he holds the goal as long as it's
Honestly.
overage.
Oh!
For like a roast mortem podcast person to fucking roast, he's a piece of shit that you should shit on because he sucks.
He's a
Exactly.
he's a
he
sneaky.
sucks in his world and he also sucks as a person.
He's a sneaky
Yeah.
piece of shit.
yeah.
Thank you for saying that, because when we started the Roast Mortem cast, we want to illuminate.
Yeah, that
The
was
shitty
We
parts
want
of the
to
people.
take people down a peg.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
And this guy is the ultimate praised literary figure who never gets shit on. And he's garbage.
But
Even
if
the
you
literary works
read
are
it-
shit, and now characteristically he is nothing more than a predator.
You said
Yeah.
you saw someone walking around with a fucking Ginsberg t-shirt.
That's
the other
actually
day.
what made me
Really?
do the research
Yeah.
on this. Because I saw some dickhead walking around town in Huntington Village.
hipster.
If you hear this, whoever you are, you own this fucking shirt where it says it's a bunch of beat poets and Ginsberg's on there. It says Cassidy, Kerouac, Burroughs, and Ginsberg.
All right.
You stupid dumb idiot.
Yeah, I mean, like
what was it? Like a
It was like one of those, like, you know, those super hip shirts where it's just like
names? Names.
it's just the names
Yeah.
and, you know, the plus sign or the
Right.
the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ampersand.
That
Just-
was a Beatles shirt, I think, originally. It said like Paul and John and
yeah,
Ringo.
I think
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah.
George.
Yeah, but that's really what gave me the idea to do this episode, because I saw this guy. He was an adult that was probably about 10 years older than I, wearing
Right.
this shirt, and I want to slap the dick out of his mouth.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I know Kerouac, but I'd never read Ginsberg.
Oh,
I was
you
never,
know him.
I know him. Yeah, I know him personally.
you?
Yeah. But like I never read Ginsberg before, and like I know it was like required in colleges or whatever, but like maybe I'm just dumb and I didn't get to do it. I didn't want to do it. But like I didn't want to do it.
I don't wanna.
But like I thought he was just like wow, this is a fucking like what you were saying, like a literary genius.
well,
you know?
because he's regarded as such, and it's like if you didn't go the extra step to find out that he's a pedophile,
piece of shit.
pedophile piece of shit, you would support him and be like, oh, maybe he is a new voice of this beat generation.
You would golf clap for his
Yeah,
stanza.
you'd be like, oh, look at this. This is different. This is words, and it's all together in this new way. But the fact that he's a pedophile overrides.
Yeah.
Honestly, it overrides.
He's
it.
writing about his emotions and his feelings on shit, and his feelings are that of attraction to young boys, and I'm not gonna write that off.
Yeah.
Fun fact. So I was actually, when I was reading Howl half-assedly earlier today, so part 2 of Howl, he keeps mentioning Moloch.
Yes.
Moloch.
He
is
says
that word?
Moloch.
Right.
Solitude, filth, ugliness. And it's like he keeps saying Moloch, Moloch, nightmare of Moloch, Moloch, the love So I was like, what the fuck is Moloch? Do you guys know what Moloch is? Have you
No.
ever heard that? No, I never did.
No, I do. I want you to.
Cody and Tom know what
and
Moloch
yes, it's
are.
very
It's
repetitious.
very-
It's a theme throughout the second part of
The
Hell.
whole second
Okay.
part is Moloch.
He wants
Moloch.
you to wonder
Right.
what or
Moloch-
who Moloch is.
He's using a pretentious word
So-
that he wants you to figure
It's
it
a
out.
proper noun.
So Moloch is the biblical name of a Canaanite god associated with child sacrifice.
Fuck!
He's
So we now
depicted
know this guy's a
as-
fucking pedophile, and he's like praising God of child sacrifice.
Fuck
like
this dude.
the entire second half of his most famous poem.
It's kind of fucked up,
It's
right?
fucked the fuck up.
yeah.
It made me so upset when I realized, like, wow, this guy's like a fucking terrible.
And how many
human.
how many teenagers were like susceptible to the point where this was coming out and it was like popular amongst the
I'd be like,
counterculture?
cool, what's
No,
Moloch?
Yeah,
Which
what
essentially
is
was the
that?
hippie
Yeah.
age where they're finding this stuff and they're just reading it, thinking it's some kind of expression, like an extremely liberal expression, and really it's just self-indulgence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of a fucking
When you
pedo.
could get away
Yeah.
with it.
yeah.
Fucking Pietro.
Piero.
Piece
Pietro.
of
Pietro.
shite.
Pietro.
Okay, guys, I have a game for you.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so excited.
You guys excited for
Give
this
it
game?
to me.
I love games.
So, I'm titling this game Guess the Ginsberg.
Okay.
And what I'm
all
going to
right.
do is I'm going to read segments of poems. And you have to guess which one is Allen Ginsberg's.
Oh, shit.
It's going to be an ABC thing. After I'm done reading C, you tell me which one is Ginsberg.
Okay.
So one of them is Ginsberg and the other two are not Ginsberg?
They're not Ginsberg.
You wrote them.
You wrote the
I
other
wrote
two?
them.
Okay.
You wrote them.
I want to put that off later for
he
the
might
podcast,
have-
you cocksucker.
He
Oh,
may have
goddammit.
been trying to keep that a secret, Travis.
That's fine.
All
Behind
right.
the scenes.
To just show how easy this fucking beat poetry is.
Okay, cool.
Okay. A. America, when will we end the human war? Go fuck yourselves with your atom bomb. I don't feel good. Don't bother me. I won't write my poem till I'm in my right mind. That's A. B.
Okay.
Okay.
Napalm dreams. My nightmare last. Youth of science and reason. How did you become so appalling? Yet mothers see what she wishes. C.
God.
Put me down. The kindest opportunity. Unsee me. Indulge the following to show the violent colors and breathe a truer air. Put me down. Put me down. I never asked for your sympathy. So A, B, C.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that was very hard.
Yeah, that is tough.
I'm going to say A is Allen Ginsberg.
Okay.
What
Cody.
do you say? I actually have no idea.
Yeah, no, it's
that
very
was
tough.
really hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to go for A.
I'm
Okay.
going B.
Okay, cool. It was A.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
So you got the Ginsberg.
Okay.
All right, you got the
Got it.
Ginsberg.
I heard napalm.
What
I
was
was
it-
thinking
what was your-
Vietnam.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But that was number 2.
right.
That was number 2.
So
Yeah.
C went with B. You guys both went with A.
Yeah, it
I
seemed
feel
like
he
you.
Cody and
keeps
Mel went both with
copying
A.
me, though.
Okay.
I went for A because it seems
He's
like
a
Ginsberg
copycat.
would rap about atom bombs more than napalm.
Well,
don't
I
know.
mean,
That
he
just
was
might
very
be-
prevalent during the
Yeah.
Vietnam War.
Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is atom bombs seem more of a potent symbol than a batch of napalm.
Fair enough. Okay,
I
let's
don't
play
know.
the second round of
Yeah,
this
number
one.
2.
So
I
Travis,
honestly just went with
you
instinct.
lost. You
Yeah,
both won.
Travis is
I'm
sucking
dumb.
All right.
I'm Ginsberg's baby child.
dick. Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Ew. You're his man boy.
I'm his man boy
Man
right
boy
now.
number-
All right, let's go into round 2 of this.
if you really want to.
A. Doze off. If you're smart, you'll play dead. These are not my words. This is what you should know already. I'm too humble on these rainy, rainy days. B. Shit. Violence. Bullets in the brain unveiling. We're in too deep to pull out. Waiting for an orgasm, Mr. Baldwin. Yes, waiting for an orgasm, that's all. C. These filthy clouds that haunt me. Once having purpose, now amorphous. Low-life scum. Violate the violators. As man-made machines suffer the children.
What do you think, Travis?
I'm going to go with C because you said children.
I'm gonna go with Bravo. I'm gonna go B.
B?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to go with C.
All right, cool. Cody, You are very in touch with Allen Ginsberg.
I
You've
hate
got
that.
both of them right.
Oh, Cody!
You got that man boy connection.
God damn it.
God damn.
Let's not advertise that too hard.
Okay.
Tom, you did a great job. It was very hard to pick
That
those.
was really hard. Very impressive, but not really because Allen Ginsberg sucks.
Yeah. I felt like mine were a little better, and I just did them over a beer.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Here's
I did all those. Yes, I wrote those poems, and I don't think much of them. But if you're a poetry person and you can take something out of that, keep this in mind: that a shitty podcast host who has a lot more to do than
One
write
beer
poems
deep.
wrote this with a couple of Miller Lights in my body.
I watched you. You did. It was like in 5 minutes.
I honestly I didn't know at all which was really his. It was just guesswork.
same.
It's kind of a guess.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
were
Guesswork.
very, very similar and very, very good. I have to say,
You
considering
fooled
wrote,
me.
Thank you.
Yeah, you wrote most
One of
that.
them was
Well,
too good to be
much
Ginsberg's,
better
I
than
thought.
that's what I was going off of.
Yeah.
Which one do I hate the most?
The second round Charlie, whatever
Yeah.
the second round Charlie, I was like, that almost rhymed. Ginsberg doesn't rhyme. I think
that
it was like,
Yeah. Tom,
As
you're
someone who's written that, I denounce the entire genre of poetry.
I was gonna say, Tom,
Fuck
you just
it.
ruined it. I was like,
It's-
you're so hot.
No, but
I wanna
but-
He's a
hang out
lyricist.
with you, dude.
And last thoughts on Ginsberg. I said my piece, so I'm gonna go around the table. Travis, you go first.
I'm first. He's a dangus. He basically belongs working in McDonald's, not talking to anyone except for flipping burgers.
All right. Travis, insulting. There's nothing wrong with working at McDonald's.
have you been paying attention?
But I'm just saying, like, he doesn't need to talk to anyone.
No.
Like, he could do any job that doesn't involve talking to anyone.
Okay, cool. Cody, next.
It seemed like, call me a Philistine, but it seemed like he was a master of TMI. I'm just like, okay, holy shit. What good does it do me to know this deep into your personal life, a.k.a. Pablo?
deep into your butt.
A.k.a. Pablo.
Who's Pablo?
The sexual
Cody, tell me about
recipient
Pablo.
of ass loving I
Jesus.
invented for this joke.
Spanish lover.
Yes.
Spanish
Poor
14-year-old
Pablo
lover.
and his
I
poor
took
tight butt.
that's what I
Yeah.
went with.
Well, I'm assuming Pablo is also 6.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. There's no adults named Pablo.
They age out of it.
They retire their name around
They just
17.
go by Poppy Pobs.
All right, Melanie.
Mr. Pibbs.
What's your final take on Ginsberg?
My biggest complaint, can I do that like it's a complaints department at Target?
Sure.
My biggest complaint with Ginsberg, aside from him being a pedophile, is that he spells the word jism. So how do you guys think the word jism is spelled?
That's a good question.
J-I-Z-Z-U-M, like Steakums.
Yeah, UM.
I gotta go with the
J-I-Z-Z-U-M.
Yeah, maybe an
I always spelled
apostrophe
it
somewhere.
J-I-S-M.
You want to pull the couch on this one?
Well, I've always thought of the plural.
What is it?
Jisms.
Jisms.
And it's the I am. But
Wait, does he put fucking jisms in his fucking poems?
in
a lot
Howl,
of
know this?
A lot of it.
No!
Oh,
All right.
Hold on.
hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
Some education still needs to happen.
So in Howl, as I was re-educated today in my research for this podcast, in Howl he spells the word jism. As we all know, this is a colloquial term about semen.
yes,
It-
quite.
Sesman.
He spells the word jism G-Y-Z.
G?
It's like G-Y-Z-Y-M. G.
Dude.
Like, okay, I'm a GIF. Like, I say GIF. Do you guys say GIF or GIF?
GIF.
I say GIF.
I say GIF.
I say GIF. Oh, so I'm the only dick that says
Yeah.
jism and spells it with a G. Huh?
Look at the
Never
spelling.
mind.
GIF. But I've also like I've never thought of jism being like one of those debatable things.
He spells it G-Y-Z-Y-M.
Well, that's wrong.
Yeah.
It's just wrong,
That's
right?
wrong.
It's the
Can I
only
see it? Do you have
recorded.
it?
Yeah, I have it on my phone.
Welcome
I
to
need to
another
see this
thing you're
word.
wrong at, Mr. Gins.
Yeah.
I spell it G-I-S-M. Actually, it's the least letters you could do for jism. Jism. I guess that's just been a...
Fair enough.
Jism.
It's such an old word. Nobody even calls it jism anymore.
I didn't even
call it jism. I
honestly thought that word emerged in like the fucking 90s.
J-I-Z-Z.
Like, I don't know.
Jizz.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
Jizz.
Just a note
Jizz
from off the
apostrophe,
couch. One of our buddies in the studio, Justin, right now, he just told me discreetly that it all is spelt the same when it's in your mouth.
That's usually how
Very true.
Yes.
And that's the moral of the story.
Okay, so that's what we got on Ginsberg. I am well aware that we didn't cover that much actually on him. It was a lot of shitting on him, but this is a
Welcome
shit
to the
bag.
Roast Mortem
Hey.
podcast.
I wouldn't shake this man's hand. Let's put it that way. So why would I cover him deeply?
No.
What opening social interaction would you be willing to do of a man of Ginsberg's stature?
My first one would be like, "Yo, you look like shitty David Cross."
And you're yelling that to him from what, a block away?
No, I would get close to him because I'm an adult and I'm not
You're
worried
willing
about
to
him
do that.
raping me.
I'm just saying I wouldn't shake his hand because it'd be sticky, and not because of the jisms.
That's what
because
I'm-
of the lollipops.
That is what. Yeah, that's my main concern. Melanie, you?
Yes, I agree with that concern.
Yeah, sticky.
He's got a sticky lollipop hand.
He needs some Lysol.
Was there any evidence in your research, Tom, of did he have a van?
I
With
don't,
candy.
Actually,
Candy? I don't know.
Free candy.
since he was from the Beat generation and bounced,
Most likely had a
Probably.
VW band.
With like a woody one,
I
you
don't-
know, like with the fucking wood
Woodside,
paneling.
Yeah.
No, my guess based on the research is that he never had a license.
Ooh.
Because he was a drunk and a degenerate.
Off the
He,
grid.
yeah, he was. You know, he really destroyed his mind with drugs. I didn't go into that much because
But you can
it's not
tell,
that-
even
whatever.
reading his best shit, it's like stream of consciousness,
Yeah.
like LSD trip. Like, it's not something you can follow if you're of like a sober mind.
yeah, it's big pile poop. What you do is
Yeah.
you clean it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big pile of
Never, you know that really strung out guy in town who's just like fucking talking to himself?
Storm and Norman?
Yeah.
That's what Alan yes.
Yeah, the whole time.
Storm and Norman is just yelling Alan
might listen to
Ginsberg
this.
poems at you.
Oh, by the way, Storm and Norman. When I went to go rent these books
know
from the
Storm.
library,
What'd he
he
do?
was in the library.
Oh.
And
he
when I
touching your
walked out,
muscles?
he followed me, and I walked away quickly. But guess what? I dropped my receipt, and I wanted to know the due date, so I turned around real quick and had to pick it up off the ground as he was like, "Hi, hi, how you doing?"
How you doing?
And then I left. Yeah. 'Cause actually, I don't know if you know this, Mel, but I actually stopped going to a gym because he was there.
All right.
And he would keep feeling my muscles. I was very.
Is
All right,
mentally
people need to know who
handicapped?
Storm
No.
and Norman is.
No, he's
Does
not.
somebody want to fill this?
He pretends
Put
to
it
be
in-
mentally handicapped.
He's a wait, no. You can't listen. There's a stipulation
Yeah.
here. You don't pretend to be mentally handicapped unless you actually are mentally handicapped, because who's pretending to be
Yeah.
mentally handicapped?
Well, I would also call him a pedophile because I used to skateboard around town with friends, and he would come up to all the young boys skateboarding and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna feel that muscle."
So he was mentally handicapped person
Yeah,
Yeah.
that wanted to touch little boys' muscles.
yeah, exactly. So
I had
it's
a
funny
similar
that
guy in town called Mikey, and he would show us the same cutouts of National Geographics. He would have like every page of a National Geographic cut in the same shape, and it was really weird.
Oh,
there were
that's
these
weird.
weird kidney-shaped cutouts of every like National
Oh, man.
Geographic titty you ever saw in your life. And we're like, we're 6 years old. Why are you showing us?
Those aren't great
Oh,
titties,
boy.
by the way.
They were just National Geographic titties.
Yeah.
So
nightmare.
So I feel like I don't know. Did I mention this at the top of the episode? Maybe I did. But maybe I did.
You didn't
Maybe.
repeat it.
But you're going. This is going to be a series. This is going to be like the Goof Troupe series.
Yes, the Goof Troop is the beat poets, and
this
the beat,
is at
and
the
the beat
describe-
literaturists.
Right, and I feel like the beat poets are just proto hippies. They're hippies before
Beatniks.
They were
The
And-
beatniks are proto hippies.
They were hippies alongside hippies.
and most
Eventually,
of them,
yeah.
and most of them, like Burroughs and Kerouac and Cassidy, didn't have much to do with the actual hippie movement. They weren't at Woodstock. They didn't go to the protests. But Ginsberg was much older than the hippies and would show up there and kind of dance.
He was that
And-
creepy old guy at the show. That, like when you were 16
Yeah.
and you showed up and there was like, I would go to these ska shows and be like, why is there a 40-year-old fucking skinhead trying to hit me?
That's what Ginsberg was.
Just in the mosh pit,
Yeah.
fucking full windmill.
Travis, he only looked 40. You know he was 14 and a half.
No, he was 40 years old. Like, this man was a skinhead.
Hey, well, either way, he was an old fuck who wanted to prey on young folk and wrote shitty poetry. And if you're an adult and you appreciate Ginsberg, take us with some sincerity in which this guy is a shitbag.
Yeah.
Hey,
You should not be praising him.
If you like Allen Ginsberg and you're an adult, you're like a grown ass adult, at me, motherfucker, because that is so. But I'll come at you.
How do our fans reach out to you?
I am Melly Laughs on Instagram, and I'm mostly Melanie on Twitter. You can talk to me all day. I'll be your best friend.
Hell yeah.
I think I am mostly Melanie on YouTube, but I don't do that. Just be my friend. I'll talk to you in any way. Email me, melaniemoat@gmail.
There we go.
Chill with it.
You got a social security number for the people?
I got F17. Got 2 numbers.
Thank you very much,
Insert a
Melanie,
big
for joining us with this horrendous
Thank you for
journey of
having me.
Ginsberg.
Thank
He's
you.
a weirdo.
Thank you, Shane.
Yes, yeah, and you could follow him.
We suck.
You can follow me, Saunched, SAUNTCHT. That's me, Tom. You should know my voice by now. How
What platform?
You can follow
on
me.
Twitter only.
Yeah, you can follow me. I'm Travis. You can follow me at Don't Touch Children
Come on.
at dare.com.
You have to get this part right.
I did it. That's how you
fine.
can follow me.
Cody, where do we find you?
Yeah, okay, fine. I'm on Twitter. Go look at Cody McCann, CODYMCCANN.
MCCANN.
Thank you. that added so much to the podcast.
Yes, and you can follow us collectively at Roast Mortem Cast on Twitter or Instagram, and we love you very much. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Allen Ginsberg coverage from Roast Mortem Podcast. Thank you again, Melanie, for joining us.
Thank you for having
Hell
me.
yeah, danky
It was a pleasure until that last
Thank
jab
you,
at me.
You're done.
Yeah, you're done.
Thank you, Shane.
Danky my dick, danky my Shane,
danky.
danky my dang, danky
Here's a
my
new
Shane.
poem I wrote. Danky, danky, Shane. Danky, danky, Shane.
Danky, danky, dank, dank.
Feelings.
Shane.
Danky.
So articulate. Get us out of it.
Hi there. You like what you just heard? We'd like to hear back from you.
Yeah! You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram.
Yeah, that's
At
it.
Roast Mortem Cast.
Yeah, that's right.
That's us. That's us.
And if you tag us on either one of those social platforms, we will write an obituary for you.
You sexy corpse, you.
Yeah, write in. We're going to write an obituary for you. Make sure you tell a friend. Give us a subscription.
Yeah, let us know how we're doing. How you're doing, too. I want to know how I'm doing, how you're doing.
It's just a good old knowing doing fest.
Yeah.
No one doing fest. That's right.
Don't do it. Do it.
Yeah.
For me.
Stick around right now for some obituaries and some outtakes.
Here we go.
Oh, shit. Some people died. Ghost childs.
Aunque no piense en mí, dile que pienso en ella. Aunque no piense en mí.
Yeah, I know. I know what I do. I know how I be.
All right. We'll do it.
Oh, we're going?
Yes.
Hey, you made it to end the episode.
Yeah, you did it. Look
Guess
at you.
what? Wow, that was an episode that we did.
How accomplished do you feel right now?
I feel like I just won the Academy Nobel.
How was it? Was it
What is that?
was it
Travis?
slippery? Was it?
I won a world peace, and I also got an Oscar, and John Depp was there, and he gave me the Oscar.
I got an
and I
Oscar
said-
Mayer.
Yeah, well, I saw John Depp's Vienna sausages when he
Oh.
was passing me my Nobel Peace.
Okay.
He has small hands.
Yes, he does. So who is on the obituaries and slab and tab and
Oh,
Slab and tab.
Today we have 3 very sexual individuals that reached out to us on Twitter to tell us how good we are at what we do.
That's the one with the bird.
That is bird time.
Do you know what that bird's name is?
Turkey Hill.
Go to hell, the bird.
Larry. It was Larry.
Larry Bird?
Yes.
Larry the Cable Guy.
Well, whoever invented Twitter, suck it.
All right, hard as hell. Tom, who's the first persons?
First person is a longtime listener by the name of Cotton Gin Tonic.
Hey, I know that one.
Oh, shit.
Now, Cotton Gin Tonic tunes into all of our Twitch streams.
Yeah.
And he's been listening to us for quite some time. In fact, he tweeted at us, new episode when I'm going through withdrawals from the Twitch stream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you go.
because we go offline and he's having a hard time.
He doesn't know what to do. He's just shaking there.
Yeah, and he's on our Twitch. He's a good dude.
Yeah. Austin.
Love chatting with him. Funny guy.
Not Austin. He's from Texas, though.
And just to paint you a picture of him,
McKinney?
That's where he's from. Well, he definitely doesn't look like Patton Oswalt.
Okay.
Throwing that out there.
All right, sure.
Let me tell you about how he found himself in the old dirt mattress.
Oh, I like that.
So since he lives down in Texas, every Tuesday through Saturday, Texans eat Texas barbecue.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to.
Why wouldn't you?
It's church.
They hunt you down if you don't.
That's right. But guess what? I'm glad you said the word hunting.
Oh.
Our dude Cotton Jim went down to his spot to get ribs. Guess what happened? All out of ribs.
Oh,
Told him
shit.
to hightail it, get his own pig. Cotton Jim, being a man of force and smarts, is like, I'll go find my own pig.
Hunting
Hunting pigs.
Hunting
That's right.
pigs.
So he puts on his camos and he puts on his sexual bikini under the camos just to feel himself. Feel good. That's
Yeah,
how we all do. That's how we hunt, right?
Trying to catch himself a babe.
He's got himself a crossbow, a machete, a hunting knife, bowing knife. He's ready to go. So he's out there in the brush looking for pigs. When all of a sudden, a human-sized pig comes up to him and is just like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm hunting, but you're a little too big for me. And the pig goes, "Well, I think you're the perfect size for me."
Oh, tables that turned.
That's right.
the hunter has become.
Right, and the pig stands up in his hind legs and goes, "My name is Jerome, and I'm taking you to dinner."
No questions.
Oh, fucking Jerome the pig.
Yeah, so Jerome's all mad about Cotton Gin looking out, trying to get his young ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
He brings them to the pig market.
Pig market.
Well, the pig's shot for humans.
Little piggy went to market.
Yeah. And our young friend Cotton Gin got sliced open.
Oh no!
Oh,
He got butchered alive.
He got butchied.
and
by a
sold
pig
to a
butcher.
whole bunch of pig families and pigs wearing pants and mother pigs with like a bunch of like little pigs like, "Shut up, we're going shopping."
I bet most of Cotton Gin's remains were thrown into the garbage. Just as humans, pigs are very wasteful.
They're extremely wasteful.
Yeah, yeah.
They are. They're just like us. And hey, thanks for tuning in. And another thing, you definitely don't look like Patton Oswalt.
All right. That. Who's up next? Should I go?
Yeah, you're up,
I'll
dog.
go. I did. Amy, who reached out on Twitter, she said, "Wonder what these guys are all about," and admits she was reeled in.
Oh yeah.
And for Amy, I have the cautionary tale of curiosity killing the cat.
Okay.
Amy was visiting Vegas, and on the way up to her hotel suite, she noticed a sign on a door that said, "Keep out." Curious, she walked in and found an entire hotel suite decorated in zebra print, wallpaper, carpeting, upholstery, everything.
That's
Hell
an
yeah.
extra hard place to be.
Right. And in the middle of this strange room was an ominous crate. Curious still, Amy peers into the crate, and out springs a vicious manticore.
Oh, shit.
Now, what's a manticore?
Manticore in mythology is like almost a griffin, a hodgepodge of creatures all stapled together. I think there's like a snake tail almost.
It's got like a
he there-
baby face.
Was he there gambling?
No. This wasn't a mythological manticore. This was the white tiger manticore that mauled Siegfried. No, Roy. He mauled
Yes.
Roy.
Oh,
The Roy
yeah.
boy.
Fucking Roy.
Wah,
Yeah.
wah.
The bitey albino tiger. Now, trying to spot a white tiger in a zebra print room is super fucking tricky. However, in the corner of her eye, she sensed some movement, and using her fast reflexes, she caught the tiger by the toe. He hollered, but she did not let him go. She then produced her trusty anti-tiger revolver, aka a revolver, and popped that pussy. Popped a cap in that pussy. Tom, leave that in.
Oh, from that pussy.
Popped a cap in that pussy.
That almost turned into a bestiality.
Yeah, you're welcome. However, the manticore still had some of its 9 lives, and with one paw swipe, cut her to ribbons.
Vicious.
Oh, shit.
Well,
And that's how Curiosity killed the Amy.
Amy, well, sorry to hear about that.
A.K.A. the Aminator on Twitter.
I'm sorry you got roid, dog. All
She
right.
got worse than Royd.
Yeah, she got...
Roy's still walking.
I don't know. Roy's... man.
Roy just looks like shit now. He looks like a guy who's been mauled.
Oh, yeah. Probably because he
That's what a
was.
tiger does to you.
Yep.
So the last person is Jason from Iceland, and we know him through Angry Smurf.
Yeah.
Longtime fan.
Longtime fan.
The Iceland
I would call her a
office.
premium fan.
Yeah, she is one of the top fans that we have right now.
She's a Twitter fan, fucking chilling. And Jason recommended that we do a Deadpool or Death Pool.
Yeah.
And that's also illegal.
Super.
Well, not if there's no money on it.
Yeah.
But if we do come up with our own cryptocurrency, which I'm thinking about,
Yeah. Roast bucks.
roast coin.
Roast coin. Yeah.
Ooh.
So then we can do the gambling through Roast Coin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which you'll get a all expenses paid vacation to nowhere.
To your local Weston. All right, so I'm gonna kill Jason. Jason being in Iceland, he took a trip to the Blue Lagoon. That's one of those steamy lands, hot spring.
Where you go get your nipples soft.
Yeah, get your nipples soft to get all
Iceland,
steamed
yeah.
and shit. So he's hanging out there. He's drinking vast amount of Carlsberg, or as I like to call Carl's Large. I think it's actually from Denmark.
It is.
But they love it.
Yeah.
He's drinking all this Carlsberg, getting fucking wasted in the Blue Lagoon. And somebody leaned up against the wrong rock, and it flushed the Blue Lagoon.
Oh, that
Oh.
rock. That rock.
Yeah, that
Fuck
rock. It was basically the handle. So he got flushed down into the Blue Lagoon. He ended up in a secret layer, like the septic tank of the Blue Lagoon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You want to be there?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Because down there he met a bunch of individuals. He met the band Sigur Rós and also Bob Ross. That's where he hangs out. Bob Ross.
That's
is
their
like
hideout.
a reincarnated Bob Ross, but he just looks like Bob Ross.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they're hanging out down there. Sigur Rós is just like, yeah. So he's down there for weeks listening to that shit, and
Wow.
Bob Ross is just painting.
Beating
He's
the devil
just
out of
fucking
it.
painting, beating the devil out of it. And eventually, things got a little twisted. Sigur Rós wanted to get more of a rise. They wanted to change their music into something more aggressive. So they force-fed him Bob Ross's pubes.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And if you imagine what his head looks like,
Do the
10 times
curtains-
worse down there.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How does he walk?
He rolls.
It looks like a lint trap ball meets an exercise ball.
Yeah.
It's like
That
So
gets.
enough said. There's there he choked on hair, just all the hair in there.
Oh yeah.
That disco fever going on in his stomach.
Oh, poor
Yeah.
guy.
I'm sorry, Jason.
Jason.
He died from afro poisoning, pubic afro poisoning.
Ugh, I hate afro
Jeez,
poisoning.
that's grim.
Well, sorry to hear it, Jason. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Hopefully,
Yeah,
we're gonna try to get to Iceland eventually.
Oh, yeah?
That's one of our. It's no promises, but I want to get out there.
Yeah,
want to
dog.
do an episode from one of those tubs.
That would be
Oh,
sweet.
fuck.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
I got plans. I'm working on it.
Okay. Let
Trying
me
to
know.
find those underwater mics.
I just want to go to one of these lagoons and just become like steamed meat. So like hang above them, like
Boiled
don't actually
hot
go
dog.
in because I don't like getting wet, dude. I just want to be right above it and like steam.
You want the air to get you wet.
Yeah, I want to turn into a White Castle slider.
Steamed ham.
Steamed ham.
Yeah.
Sounds
All right.
good. All right, cool.
So we got some outtakes coming up.
Ooh. Hi.
You should actually just publish a poetry book because
He
It's
does
so
music, which is
bullshit.
one better.
it's
Wait,
so bullshit.
yeah.
You'd make
Oh.
so much money.
Hold on.
Let's just tap
A
right into
children's
that.
poetry
Yeah.
book.
Oh, just like tap right
Tom
into
actually
it.
does write some excellent poetry.
Are we burning these now?
Are we reading some
I'll
poetry?
read
gonna
some
read it.
poetry.
Tom,
which
Can I do
Tom-
mine?
Tom
I'll do
does-
mine after the
Yeah.
cast.
No, I want you to read yours because okay.
I'll definitely
Wait.
read mine.
Now this is
Yeah.
a bonus right now for our podcast listeners. Now, a while ago, I had correspondence with one of my best friends, Andrew, where I was writing what we called rope poetry, which was the most disgusting poetry I can think of.
I
If you
just
don't-
found out what rope poetry is.
Yeah, if you don't want to know
I'd love for you to explain.
yeah,
it.
explain it.
As a newcomer.
Isn't it? Wait, I'm gonna do it wrong now. Isn't it like spit and rolls? It's not spitting.
No,
Throwing
shooting ropes.
shooting ropes.
Yeah, it's
Throwing
basically
and shooting.
I
Yeah.
think spitting. Spitting works too, guys. You're spitting them, really. Let's be real. You're like,
well, a rope. A rope.
Onomatopoeia.
No, and specifically, a rope is every time you jerk, like every time your dick fucking shoots.
It's a
rope.
jet. It's a jet.
It's a jet. Yeah. So you can shoot multiple ropes in one cum.
Right. So I'm actually
That's
really
so
glad
scientific,
because
dude.
Travis brought this up. I totally forgot. I have like 40 poems written.
I
that
have one.
Yeah, that I had sent to our buddy Andrew.
and they're dirty poems.
Andrew
very
never
dirty.
asked for these.
But can you warm me up, Cody?
You want me to go?
I want you to read,
Read
yours
yours.
first.
Okay.
Intern, give me that thing. You know what? Just to have a little bit of fun, Travis, I want you to title this. This is untitled. I'm going to leave you the honors. You let the people know.
Can I do it before you say it?
You can do
Yeah,
it before I rattle this off or after I do it.
All right, I'll do it after.
Okay. So,
here.
I don't know the name of this poem. I wrote it. Travis is going to title it live here if you're watching on Twitch. But here's a poem by one Cody John McCann.
Suspense.
Did you just name the...
No, I was
Okay,
just
fine.
saying
Shut up,
the
shut
way
the
you
fuck
delivered
up.
that,
Okay.
dude.
I awoke a damp, dreary morn, overly crusted in a heap of porn. Yesternight, I forget I've sworn, save my red, pulsing morning horn. In my garage I stood alone, chilly morning air blew across my bone. I have to piss, you see, which a stiff issue be, for I need to shoot my tissue glee, throbbing hardwood, mercy be. Bladder bursting... Shut the fuck up. Bladder bursting, desperate course, I bent and hollered till went hoarse. I stapled and sliced my tortured scrote, high shrieking went up 1/4 note. Enough bloody jizz, Titanic could afloat. No kidding, one dares not to sugarcoat. My hollering interrupted every town's class and mass. However, piss, blood, and spooge all did pass. Though late night jerking is a passion, methinks me knob can't sustain such a smashing. Travis, what is the title of that masterpiece?
Well, that would be the excellent rendition of the tale of sexual difference.
Different.
You heard it. You can't take it back.
Difference.
The tale of sexual difference.
That was Sean Connery delivering that.
DIFF wrench. Wrench. With a W.
You saying splooge in that accent was
Splooge.
just the highlight of my day.
You have to top that.
Splooge.
You're on schedule to top that, mind you.
Oh,
Who's
dear.
up
Tom, you're doing
Who's
it
up
next.
No. I want Melanie to read this one. I found
Okay.
this
All right,
one.
I'm
So
reading.
for
I'm
what-
reading.
Okay.
She's never seen this
That middle
one.
text message.
Yeah.
I have no
She's never
idea.
seen this.
Yeah.
And this is more or less the biggest curveball
I hope
Tom
you
can
spell
sling.
good.
I
Spell
spell
good.
I
okay,
hope you
but the
spell
pacing
good.
might be a little strange.
How's your
Am I
grammar?
starting on there?
That one. Yeah.
Do you
just
use
that one bubble.
your
Oh,
correctly?
only that
Yes.
bubble? All right.
Yeah.
All right. I logged on to eBay to buy some used mops. My baby was crying, so I called cops. I'm busy, you dumb fuck, as I jerked off the cat. The baby shit brown butter. I got towels. Stat. Cops didn't like that. I called them for this. They punished me by spraying my legs with piss. I pay my taxes. I know the law. They pepper sprayed my dick hole. That was already raw. Oh my god, it was
That was a good, yeah. Wow.
Not expecting that.
Bravo.
What a dirty
Bravo and
prose.
brava.
Thank you.
That was gorgeous both ways, Tom and Melanie.
That seemed like there once was a man from Nantucket.
We are
And all he
trying to
says-
transcend that here on the show.
I'm a little conservative with my scheme writing. The rhyme writing rather. Travis, why don't you do your freestyle one?
Oh, I'm gonna do a freestyle.
I'll wrap it up with one of my critically acclaimed ones.
All right, so everyone needs to like start clicking with their. Yeah. There we go.
Wait, crack your beer to this tempo. Ready? Not bad. Tom, you coming in for this? We have support from the
All right.
couch.
There we go. my prolapsed asshole. I touch it in the toe. I take a toll on my bowl. I do a thing with my dick. It does all difference. The difference is different because I am rapping in a different stanza that doesn't rhyme because I am Allen Ginsberg and I come all the time. I touch the tips. I'm a man of lips.
Wow.
And now I'm trying to write something with my dicks. There you go. Hey!
Dude,
No,
that was good. Off the cuff.
clicking.
That was
All clicking.
actually
Off the
really
cuff.
good. I love
Not
that you
too shabby.
incorporated your docking fetish into that.
I didn't. Did I talk about docking again?
He didn't do
Touching
that.
tips.
Oh, okay.
Is that
You
docking?
did. That's what docking
No.
is.
Docking needs
Docking
to
is
enter.
putting the foreskin for all
We're
of
just
the
touching
followers.
tips.
Listen,
No, hold on.
Okay.
for all of the followers who do not know what docking
They
is.
do.
But docking is taking one penis, inserting it into the foreskin
Right.
of another penis.
Where you would
Dipping-
presumably touch tips.
Yeah, well, your penis is inside the other penis skin.
Right.
I would assume your penises are they're like one at this point inside the skin, and then they whoop out. And
I
they
call it the
whoop in.
Hurabura.
Whooping out and in.
It's just, it's like as if you were a little dinghy
I feel like
rocking into the
that's some hip
into the
stuff.
dock.
You know, if I was in that situation, I'm back in like 1964, old beat club out. I'm just like,
Yeah.
you want to hoop in, hoop out with me?
Whoop in with a whoop out.
Very
Let's
good
just
description.
whoop in.
Cracking some bennies. Whooping in, whooping out.
Oh my god.
All right, so this one sounds familiar.
All right, do you need
Rhyme-wise.
Do you need snappings with this, or are you just
No,
gonna
I'm
go
I'm-
free balling?
I need you to hear my throat. All right, so here's a poem I wrote. I wrote several poems, as I said before, and here's one of my favorites.
This is the cream of the cock.
He's the Dr.
This
Seuss
is
of sexual.
one of the better ones I could find. Starry, starry night, come with all my might. Sun is up now, still hard as a stalagmite. Microwave my hot pocket, use it as a soft socket to pummel my penis with until I have a jizz rocket. I came, but I'm still hard as a wooden burrito, so I cut off my cock. It isn't that neato. I threw my shitty dick on my neighbor's lawn. He's got a pile of cocks he's been raking since dawn. No more penis for me anymore. I'm glad my hard penis is now on the floor. I sit on my ass with Coors Light in hand, peeing from my new hole that I had planned.
Hey, that was
Wow,
good.
snaps!
Yeah.
Woo, snaps!
Poetry's easy, baby.
Yeah,
Poetry is
Ginsberg
easy.
ain't
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
shit on roast mortem cast.
Wow. Honestly,
It's all symbolic too. None of
Yeah.
that's literal. It's all symbolic,
It's all
your
symbolic.
neighbor
All symbolic.
raking those dicks.
right?
Yeah.
Wow.
That
Whole
leads
pile
me
of
to
dicks.
believe you have a regenerating penis, my friend.
It's a new hole.
I feel like
Disposable penis.
the different hole that I made in my left leg.